Hey everyone, Sunraikai here. Today I'm going to be watching the second episode of Junketsu no Maria, Maria the Virgin Witch. And yeah, last episode was our introduction, kind of just getting the overall setting, which is our thing. They have familiars, like succubus kind of familiars in particular, very, very notable, but also war, very much a thing. So yeah, well, we got to see Maria kind of participate too. She had a bit of a dragon summoning while other witches just hung out in a tree and watched. I'm not completely sure what their deal is, but yeah, that was the first episode. So I feel like I'm gonna need one or two more episodes to really get a good feel for the show, but because I feel like it hasn't really gotten truly started yet. Like there's not too much to really grasp on. Really, I mean, we kind of got Mario's perspective on the war to an extent. We had the whole hand touching thing with Joseph, right? But yeah, I feel like we haven't quite got into the meat of the show yet. But hopefully we can get into that this episode, get a good feel for things. But yeah, all we can do is jump in and find out. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and support me at Patreon for early access as well as access to the picture-in-picture version. So let us begin in 3, 2, 1, play. The fancy teeth. Okay, story time. History time. Right, sounds about right. Maria did nothing wrong. Hovering above it all. Maria. Okay, it's not literally the same person. I mean, they did kind of reference that in the first episode. But yeah, opening. Did we get the opening last time? I don't remember. I'm going to assume we didn't. And just enjoy it. Although we might have. That's... Yeah, there's our familiar. Who looks quite familiar. Oh, I think that's Ezekiel from the list of characters that I saw. The one that was voiced by Hanakana. So hopefully she shows up soon. I think he shot me. And there's our Maria. Oh yeah, the Ojo Sama Curls girl. Fat birds. Her fat birds. Wasn't the bird, like a familiar transformation? Does she have two of them? Contra Mundums against the world. Are you okay? Okay, yeah, I think he is, think he's very okay. Yeah, that's sure. Hey man, wait in line, I was here first. Fostov. He's only human, I mean. We know what's truly important. Getting laid. Man, she has some lines. Yeah, I personally do not want to hear him moan. I'd rather just get that from Artemis if it's all the same to you. But at least we got to see some of her duty, some of her work. Because you only really heard about it last episode. Some Artemis. She's a lovely witch. Getting things figured out. Yeah, they are going. And of course she's naked. But anyway, what I was about to say was you really should show my goddess Maria some respect. You know, you may consider wearing clothes when sleeping. It might help with that issue a little bit. You know, being cold and everything. But you don't feel the need to. Just as a suggestion. See, some people appreciate Maria. It's like, oh yeah, I did do that, didn't I? Didn't I? Ore? Hello. Oh, that's cute. Why? Just showing off food in her mouth. What's so great about St. Margaret? No, no, thank you. They say. Yeah, let's not overstate it. I enjoy seeing the two of them just kind of hang out, though. Yeah, never rely on angels to save you. They can't be bothered to, come down and do anything direct like that. Yeah, he's still around. It's like, nice to see you too. The flowers are kind of wilting. More appreciation for the lovely Maria. I mean, we've gotten some pretty hot hand action, but I'm not sure we call it. Not to brag or anything, but I just... Hey, Artemis showed up. Gotta work on the landing. I mean, I may need a better look just to make sure. I worry about your health. Mata, again? I mean, she yelled at him a bit. But, you know, she doesn't hate him or anything, so... Beyond my reach. I thought you had pretty good reach. But I guess we'll see that here. Yeah, he's just way ahead of you. It's like room for one more. Oh, that's a guy. Well then. I think I know what she means by out of reach now. Yeah, I guess that's the word for it. Not the word I'd use. It's like, can I leave now? I have no business here. This is not the this is not the place for me. I disagree. I think we need a second succubus so they can play with each other when they're bored. But man, they definitely got me. Those were some like really feminine looking legs. Like I was pretty sure there was a Monko so there that there was not. Urusai. I do enjoy Maria a lot. Just to make that clear. Dance, Manuka. How rude. Is that what he said? How do you tell it's a boy? Is it a boy? I'm holding on to hope it's a girl. It looks like a girl to me. And no, it's not just wishful thinking. I still got my fingers crossed that's a girl. I'm not losing faith. And it's like actually that does kind of look like a boy. Yeah, damn it. Priapus. Is she making sure it's a boy? I guess it's hard to tell with the smoke. Is there nothing there? Yeah, that's a fair point, actually. Yeah, trust me, she can definitely explain it to you. I think it's okay. We could just give him something else. Maybe just put a cheeseburger down there. Just casually riding a Pegasus. About to say, they kind of missed my chance to death. I was about to say, they look like Valkyries. But yeah, they confirmed that. Oh, how nice, a giant Cyclops. With a couple of riders. szsr. Yeah, those tusks are probably bigger than you guys are. I was thinking the same thing. Do we really need him in the show? It's a fair question. What is the point of having him? But she's still naked. No. That's a line. I guess we'll see how this goes. Well, I wish you luck. Is she in the middle of something, or... Oh. It's, you know what, I don't think it is. Good luck, that's all I'll say. I guess if he uses his broomstick, you don't need yours. So yeah, fair enough. That's pretty much what I was saying. Imagine you get summoned and this is your first real job. Nah, man, this is your time to shine. You gotta show what you got. Damn. Damn. Oh no, not her. Oh, that you can't. No. You can't just mix it all into a pot and hope for the best. Just Mario's like, I'm here to observe. Don't touch me. Definitely a weird show. Well, we set up a nuke. Dragon. Oh, are the angels messing with us now? Oof! Was that Michael? Seems like Michael would do. Oof. Yep, I knew it. I'm smart. So, I still can't read that. Yeah, you really don't want to mess with Archangels if you can avoid it. They are never fun to be on the wrong end of. Oh, great. More bad news. Yeah, thanks. Just, people gotta stop pissing off Mario. That was a warning. I have heard that, yes. I'm not sure any god would bless this. Hopefully. I believe Mario will help. Yeah, I don't think anyone wants to be on the receiving end of that one. I mean, he's a bad guy. I don't know what you expected. It's definitely not okay. Stab him. And get a little knife, stab him in the leg. You really should pray to Saint Mario. There we go. I was waiting for it, because she's one that will actually come and help. Always pray to somebody with a good track record of helping you. Chop off that foot. Dragon summon. Burn, baby, burn. Ooh. Yeah, more summonings. Are you sure she's not a Final Fantasy girl? Ooh. Watch out for that lightning. That is our Lord and Savior. Mario's so cool. Yeah. Freaking angels, man. I was trying to help, because you're not gonna help. This is probably not good. Tell him. Yeah, if you're not gonna help, somebody has to. So you can at least not get in the way. I mean, this village I'm friends with, so... But I get the point. I already told you, I'm friends with this village. No, they're just here to watch the world burn. What's your idea of order? I mean, Mario's still a part of the world, even if she uses magic. Like, she's not above it all like you are. I mean, evil is blinded by light, yes. Oof. Well, you're screwed now, because people angry at you now have your weapon. It's about to be the least of your concerns. Maybe it's best that you don't open your eyes. I mean, you make a fair point, but they kind of pissed us off, so... I feel like it's a 50-50 chance of them actually doing it. I definitely agree she doesn't have a lot of self-restraint. If everyone was just like me, the world would be great. I hate how many good points this stupid angel's making. But we can't win this fight. It's not gonna happen. No chance. The power scale is just too different. Ugh. Like, Angel would be one thing, Archangel's another beast entirely. Well, they're still alive. Did she? Was that Joseph? Yeah, it is Joseph. Okay. I couldn't tell from that distance. Yeah, please don't stab me. I am, one of Maria's servants. Yeah, we know her battlefield. Oh, is that Maria? That sucks. Makes sense. Probably does take Final Lane magic to maintain that. But she looks okay. Maybe her butt's a little bit hurt. That, like, no emotion face is kind of unsettling. You're kind of messing with the premise of this show. Maria did nothing wrong. Man, he just shot a crossbow at an Archangel. Now that takes some balls right there. Man, he must have a thing for Maria. Because damn. I don't care how much I love a girl, I wouldn't pick a fight like that. Like, something's you gotta know when you're outclassed. And naked Maria. I like how she has a cauldron kind of like between her legs as she grabs his stick. Really, Joseph, you must protect that smile. It's your job. Vida non animis. I can't decide if the previews are spoilery enough or I should skip them or not, because it did spoil that Ezekiel is going to show up next episode. But, like, also not that big of a deal, because I assumed that character would show up in the first 3 episodes, and she obviously didn't show up in this episode, but I'll think about it. But anyway, that was the second episode of Junketsu no Maria. I guess you, the viewer, you can let me know if you think previews are worth skipping or not, because presumably you've seen the show already. But anyway, yeah, this episode, things are definitely heating up, you could say, right? The plot's really kind of rolling along. So where to start with this one? That is a question. I mean, one of the first things we got was just more of Artemis, our succubus, doing what she does best, right? I do enjoy seeing a girl working, right? So we got that. I am glad we got to see kind of, her side of things, because she's a familiar. She does work as well. She's not a fighter, as she kind of mentioned at some point in the show, but she serves her purpose. We also got Anne, I think that's her name, the little girl, coming back up, to Maria to show her gratitude and whatnot, and they're just hanging out, having a good time, talking about saints and all that. Also, Joseph showed up again. He got yelled at a little bit, but Maria definitely likes him, and I'm going to make a little bit of a prediction here. By the end of the show, Joseph's going to take Maria's virginity. This is my speculation, right? Her being a virgin is obviously a very stated aspect of her character. Joseph is the closest thing to a male love interest for her. I feel like he's going to pop that cherry, just a guess I'm going to throw out episode 2. Like, I was already kind of thinking that, but watching the ED really cemented that perspective for me. But yeah, also we had Artemis show up, in this scene as well. I just want to replay that scene again real quick. Yeah, I busted my ass all night, which is definitely a great way to phrase it. Just look at how chapped I am as she just smacks it. Of course, her ass is like, what, 80% revealed anyway? Like, it does not leave a lot to the imagination, right? Like, I feel like if you took off the, 3 straps on it, it really wouldn't look all that different. But yeah, I definitely do enjoy Maria and Artemis's interactions with each other. They're always quite fun. But she does have her weaknesses, right? Like, she can't do much of the homosexual, right? She's a little bit limited on that front, so every character has their weakness at the end of the day. But that is what kind of led us into getting an incubus, right? Having a Ken doll really is what he is. So, of questionable value. I'm not sure why we even have him really at this point. Like, we gave him one real job assignment in the episode, but, like, I don't think he even really did that. I think we just kind of threw Maria in there, and a serpent was summoned, and we just broke everything. So I don't really think he did much, really, in this scene. But it was a hilarious scene, right? The guy basically rejecting Artemis, right? What did he call, like, an antique, I think was how it was translated. Gonna go to that real quick. I'm not quite sure what Japanese word he said, but basically he was trying to get the point across that she was too old for him, I guess. But, I would not have that problem, right? Right? But, everyone has their preferences at the end of the day. I think that was one point that the episode got across. But, yeah, things really became an issue once Michael showed up, right? He gave the warning shot, I guess it was referred to. And then when Maria tried to save the village, as you do, Michael just put a stop to that, calling it bad and all that. And, in some shows, when a super powerful character goes to save a village, they save the village, the villagers are happy, excited, and appreciative, right? A good example that comes to my mind is Overlord, right? Where the main character that is a bad guy, essentially, more or less, but still save the village for benefit, right? And he was definitely not a natural part of that world. He got isekai'd into it and all that. But yeah, in that world, there was no Archangel Michael to put a stop to things, right? But this is definitely where the episode got its most philosophical, right? This a little bit, because this part's a little bit harder to talk about. But yeah, because it's definitely frustrating, annoying, because Maria is our main girl. She's the one we're following. Things that she has emotional investment in, we as the audience are kind of emotionally invested in as well. But the heavens here clearly have very different perspective on things. Basically, bad things happen all over the place. It's just a part of the natural order, and we just let it happen. That's kind of their perspective, right? she tried to make some points like why save this village and not the other ones or whatever, kind of like to Maria. But at the end of the day, that's kind of how humans are. Like, you protect what's within your sphere of influence to protect what you care about, right? That's why I'm never a big fan of those like commercials that are like, give us X amount of money and you can save some starving child in Africa, sort of thing, right? Like, everyone has a limited amount of money, a limited amount of influence, a limited amount of time, a limited amount of everything, pretty much. And your prerogative as a human is pretty much to like help the people that you care about, protect the people that you care about, right? Not just like, oh, the war fought between these two countries over here, we should send a bunch of our country money over there to help them out, when your country has starving people and all these sort of issues, right? So, doing that might make you feel good about yourself or something like that, but it is kind of a zero-sum game. Like, resources, anything resources-wise you give to something is something that cannot be given to something else. And on a country scale, you should definitely prioritize your own citizens rather than helping a country far away, right? So yeah, like a cosmic being, like any kind of heavenly cosmic being is definitely not going to get that, because they're just above it all. It's all the same, basically, right? Like, imagine you live on Mars. All the conflicts on Earth would just be the same, basically. Like, hey, why are you helping out these guys when these guys have the same problem? It's like, well, because I live near these guys. These guys come to me, they say hi to me. I know them. I have a relationship with them. Just, they're cool. I don't know those guys. Screw those guys, If you're some kind of heavenly being, that may seem hypocritical or whatever to you, but that's just what being a human is at the end of the day. But yeah, even though Michael pissed me off in the scene, still made some good points, but like, is never going to understand Mario's perspective. And what sucks is that they're not on an even playing field, because definitely a big power scale difference here. So, well, realistically, what are you going to do in the situation if you're Mario? You're just kind of boned, really. You're basically just like forced to agree or else. So a tyrant, pretty much, is what Michael is in this scene. Okay, I definitely want to go back to this part before I end this off, because I want to make sure I didn't misread that, because it was just a quick line, but Michael says, "I will rid you of your powers as a witch." And this is why I said taking away the premise of the show, because Maria is a witch, right? Like, what are you going to do next? Just have sex with her so she's no longer a virgin, so we just kind of like lose our entire title? Like, you can't be doing that. Like, I was already speculating that she probably is going to lose her virginity by the end of the show. But maybe she loses her witch powers for most of the show, and after losing her virginity, she gets her witch powers back. That way, we only are rid of half of the title of the show at a time, if that sentence makes sense at all, right? But yeah, you can't just like take her witch powers away. Like, what's the show going to be about, right? I mean, but that's kind of like why I talked about the lack of getting into the real meat of it in the first episode, because it definitely feels like we're doing that now, where this could really start things, because if we do take her witch powers away, it's definitely going to be a temporary thing. It might be, well, actually, was there a follow-up line to this? I mean, calls it mercy or whatever, but yeah, magic definitely not working. Then freaking choking Mario. Threatens to kill her, basically. I do love the insistence that she's done nothing wrong, because I definitely agree on that, but again, Michael's not going to get that perspective. So, knowing what we do know about this character, Michael, I feel like it will be a temporary thing, taking her witch powers away until she agrees with, their opinion on the matter, right? But like I said, basically a tyrant. My opinion is the right one because I'm in heaven. You're wrong. I'm gonna make you realize you're wrong. There's no debate to be had here. It's definitely very frustrating, obnoxious stuff to watch, because there's nothing wrong with saving a village, from being attacked. There's nothing wrong with that. No shiny angel is gonna change my mind on that, and I feel like that'd be the same for Maria. But we'll see. We'll see how things go. But because you can't tell me, if you had magical powers and you saw a village that you're associated with being attacked by bandits, would you just be like, well, I mean, that's the natural order of things. Sorry guys, sucks to be you. Just I'm gonna go shopping. Just good luck, I guess. No, you're gonna get in there and you're gonna help, right? So you're not gonna make Maria just believe she did something wrong with your heavenly platitudes or whatever, you know. But I feel like approach on this may be a little bit too much. Probably should just end off the reaction now. But yeah, definitely a very interesting show. You know, definitely. I mean, the show does have the term virgin in it, but there's still definitely more sexual related stuff than I expected in this episode in particular. Like maybe that'll die down later on, but for now, this episode in particular definitely went pretty hard on it. No pun intended. Would you call that a pun? Probably not. But anyway, very interesting, compelling stuff. But she also got a new familiar. I mean, there's really not much to say about that, really. But you know. Maybe that'll be relevant later on. Anyway, that's really all I got to say, though. So, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye-bye.